Hello, you guys. Miss Steele here. So this week we are talking about art movements and artists, but we're also talking about emphasis, which is one of our principles of design. And emphasis in artwork is an easy way of saying a focus point. There's something where our eyes look first, and they're supposed to look there first. And there can be other stuff in your artwork, but there's at least one part that stands out. So what we're going to be making is art trading cards. And for this project, you're going to want old magazines or books. You could even print off something, but we want to cut something out of this, and then we're going to draw our own setting around it just using black and white. So the magazines or the book cuttings are going to be the focus. What you want as well is a piece of white paper and a piece of colored paper, because we're going to glue this on the back so they're a little thicker. You want scissors and glue, and then you want a pencil and an eraser, definitely Art Tool Basics, and then you want some black markers or pens or colored pencils. We want to do our drawings just in black and white, so then the emphasis or the focus will be what we cut out. So our first step is taking our white paper, and we're going to fold it into 4 parts, so we have 4 different areas. And so I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to fold it in half again this way. So I folded it hamburger style, I guess would be the best way to say that. And now we're going to fold it in half one more time. So when we open it, we have our 4 different sections that we can draw in. And so these are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 different parts. So what I want to do is I want to go through these and find 4 different things, kind of smaller, and then I'm going to draw around them. So I'm going to flip through these, and I'm going to find 4 different things, and then I'm going to draw around them. It doesn't matter if it's food or anything you're kind of inspired by. That's up to you. So I'm going to go through and look, and then we'll get them put on here and we'll start drawing around them. I'm going to draw in pencil first, and then I think I'm going to go over with this stuff just because I can erase my pencil lines and I can't erase these lines. So I think it's smart to use that first. Alright, so I got these 4 different pictures that I like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these apart actually, so it's easier for me to draw on them. And then I'm going to get these cut out and glued on a place in here so I can start drawing. Where you put them is up to you. Think about what details you want to add, or how you want to make it look different using these. So I'm going to get these cut out and glued onto here, and then we'll start drawing. And then we're going to put the back on at the very end. Dropping my glue. So I'm going to get these cut out and glued, and then we'll move on to the next step. But these are the 4 I chose. Some lobsters, and a lady in a window, someone floating upside down, and then this is like a little dog with a paw, so I'm going to make it into a computer, like they're on the computer. Alright, so I have them cut out and put on here. I put this one kind of coming out of the side, this one's at the bottom, this one's in the middle, and this one's actually at the top. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start drawing on these and kind of creating a scene around them. I think the first one I'm thinking about is this here lobster. I think I'm going to draw him on a plate about to get served to someone. Like this. And so I'm going to start drawing around him. I'm going to make like a bottle in the background. He's about to get eaten up. And then a bottle of olive oil. We have our eraser, so we can erase what we don't want. Maybe like a square thing right here. And so that's what you're going to do, is you're going to start drawing around whatever you cut out. And what scene you want to draw them in is kind of up to you. Sometimes it might take some time. I think I'm going to draw some lettuce around him, almost like he's on a bed of something like this. And then maybe we'll make it to where they're grating some cheese onto him. So we're going to make our cheese slice. And then we're going to make our grater right here. And whatever you add into your scene is kind of what you think would look good. It's kind of up to you. I feel like there's 2 arms in there. Maybe we'll draw some fingers right here. And then maybe another arm right here holding it. And then we'll draw some shreds of cheese landing on him. Like that. And then I'm going to add to the grater. So you can see, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline this all in black. And then this one will be done. And then I'll have these ones to work on next. Alright, so I got this one done. I used my pen and my Sharpies, but the whole point is that you want the rest to be black and white so that this is where the emphasis is with all this other stuff happening around it. I think I'm going to move on to this one next. So I'm going to draw it in pencil, and then I'm going to go over it. Oh, I also erased all my pencil lines if I had any showing on here. So I'm going to draw this in pencil, and then I'm going to go over it with these, and the same with these 2. And then once I have these done, I'm going to check in with you guys, and we will finish putting them together. Alright, so I'm still working on finishing them. I'm going to take off my lanyard so it's not making noise, but I thought we could check in and see. So what I've been doing is I draw it in pencil first, and then I have my black markers and pen. I did my underwater woman. It says, "Come to me, fish." And then I have my lobster. I have my dog on the computer. And this one I have a woman. So I have it drawn in pencil. And now I'm going to go over it with these. And then we're going to be able to put the backs on them and get them all finished. But I thought I would show you what I have going on. So I'm going to start outlining this one, and then we will be done. I want to remind you guys, the only parts that should be color are what you glued down, because we're talking about emphasis. Everything around should be black and white. So the focus goes here first, even though there's all this other stuff happening around it, because it's the only thing in color. So I have my trading cards done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a back on them, just because I think that for the background just isn't that exciting. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to fold it the same way I did for those. So I'm going to fold it in half, and then in half again, and then I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to glue it to these backgrounds. And then I'm going to actually, I think, trim my corners, because I don't like these sharp corners. I might make them rounded, but I haven't decided yet. So now I want to cut this into the 4 pieces using my fold lines as my guidelines. Like that. And then we have our last one. Like that. So now I'm going to take my blue, I'm going to put it all on this background. I'm probably going to get some on my table, but that's okay. I can clean it after. I'm using a glue stick. You can use whatever glue you have. I think a glue stick would work better for this, because sometimes whenever you use normal glue, just kind of gets a little sticky. So now I have this covered. So now I'm going to get this one lined up as best as I can, and then I'm going to press it down so they can get fully glued together. You can see all this glue I have on the background. I'm going to set this one aside, and then I'm going to get these ones glued on here, and then I'm going to trim any like extra paper that I see so they can be perfectly even. So now I'm going to get these glued to my background. You can use whatever color you like. I picked light blue. Alright, so now what I'm doing is anywhere I see like extra paper hanging over, I'm cutting it off because I got them all glued to their backgrounds. So if I look on this side, I can see some more that I need to cut off. And then right here. And then I think, like I said earlier, I want to have rounded edges. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and make it round on the edge. You can leave yours pointy if you like, or you can make them round like I am. I'm going to get these all trimmed up, so I'm going to trim off the extra blue I see right there. And if I turn it around, I'm going to trim off any extra white. And then I'm going to make my edges curved, and then we will be done. All right, so I have my trading cards done. I have the blue. Ooh, could probably trim that. Anyways, they're blue on the back. And then I have my drawings. First I have my lady that's raining down trash that I cut out. I have my dog on a computer with his paw. I, of course, have my lobster that's getting eaten and has some shredded cheese. And then I have my woman that's underneath the sea laying down. All right, I'm excited to see what you guys do for your art trading cards. And I will see you guys all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, your evening, your afternoon. Bye, you guys.